Hey guys, welcome to the Movie Goers podcast. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordan B Writing right here.
And I'm Darius. That is D's all up in your area on all socials.
And today we're going to be reviewing Skyfall. This movie came out in 2012. It's an installment in the James Bond franchise, starring Daniel Craig, Judi Dench, Javier Bardem, Ralph Fiennes, Naomi Harris, Bernice Marlowe, Albert Finney, Ben Whishaw, and Rory Kinnear. Uh, the movie is about when James Bond's latest assignment goes terribly wrong. It leads to a calamitous turn of events. Undercover agents around the world are exposed, and MI6 is attacked, forcing M to relocate the agency. With MI6 now compromised inside and out, M turns to the one man she can trust, 007 James Bond. Aided only by a field agent, played by Naomi Harris, Bond takes to the shadows and follows a trail to Silva, played by Javier Bardem, a man from M's past who wants to settle an old score.
All right. And we decided to choose this movie because we haven't done an action movie for you guys and we wanted to lighten it up a bit after a few serious weeks in a row. So, with a little popcorn movie, nothing wrong with that. So, Act One, we're gonna go with Call of Fall. The film begins with a high stakes mission in Istanbul, where Bond and Moneypenny pursue a target who steals a crucial hard drive. And I just like to say off the jump that this was the very first James Bond movie I've ever watched. So
Oh shit, for real? That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, like I know I just never happened. I don't know. I watched it. It was good. But it was the very first James Bond movie I ever watched. And so that's
That's
my off the
interesting.
bat observation.
So, it's not the first Bond movie I've watched. I've watched all the Daniel Craig Bond movies. I love those movies. I haven't
Yeah.
really gone back and watched all the other ones. There's like 30 of them over the last like 80 years, 60, 80 years, whatever the case may be. Eventually I'll go back and watch those over time. But what I do love about this movie and in particular, and also just this franchise in general, is the way that it's very like so deeply rooted in its like nationality and in its culture.
Okay.
So the history behind the franchise is Ian Fleming, who wrote the books.
Okay.
He actually fought in World War II and did like a lot of secret undercover missions and shit like that, which is kind of what
Okay.
inspired him to write the books. Um, is after World War II, and so basically James Bond is like Captain America for
Okay.
people in the UK, which is kind of why it's such a big installment and why it's lasted so long
I guess that
over
was
the
my
course
first
of
question
time.
is does James Bond have to be British? But I suppose that answers it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has to be
fair enough.
British. Doesn't necessarily have to be white, but he does have to be British at least.
Okay, fair enough.
Um, and one thing I do love about this movie is just uh everything about the movie is beautiful, like the way it's shot, silhouettes, the cars are awesome, the locations are beautiful, the women beautiful. So it's just very easy on the eyes, and I like that it's very the way it's styled visually, which I think is pretty cool for an action movie as opposed to just like a bunch of explosions for no reason. It's got a purpose and a reason behind the things that take place.
Fair enough. One of the first things I notice in action movies, and I'm glad it's also the case over across the pond, is that these movies
Mhm.
dramatically undersell the sheer force of guns. I mean, and I want to say the social media feed because it's graphic material, but there's a social media feed where
Right.
like they show like it's blurred out, but like just people like hits and things like that,
Yeah.
and then just like a handgun will literally knock a grown ass man off of his feet into the air, like one shot. And then you watch these movies
Yeah.
where like he gets shot in the shoulder and he's like,
It's
"Ow!"
just like
It's like it's treated like a mosquito bite, and I'm like,
it's like he's just
this.
like doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, I just one of these days I'm gonna have a deeper thought about how that impacts people's opinions about
Use
guns
of
and our
guns.
gun laws.
Yeah.
But man, it's almost irresponsible how they just treat like how they just don't acknowledge how violent guns are in general. So that was my first thought about all. And this isn't specific to James Bond. This is every action movie. They treat
Right.
gunshots
Yeah.
as either fatal or mosquito bites. There's no in between.
Right. It's like it's a flesh wound or all your
Yeah.
arteries are gone.
Yeah, you just like you get shot in the leg and he limps for one scene and it's over. That's how it is.
That's funny. Like he just strolls through the train and shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good, y'all.
Yeah, just yeah, he gets shot off a train, free falls 100 feet into the water, and he somehow survived. You would like the bullet might have killed him because that was a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
the impact of hitting the water definitely would have killed him, and he would have drowned.
Yeah,
If he
because you're in a
survived the
waterfall. There's no
water, he
way
would have
to.
drowned. He's in agony. He can't use his arm. He just got shot in it. So how would he have swam? Anyways,
That's a fair point.
yeah. That's actually one of
um,
a later question I had for Act Two, but I guess I could use it now. Like, could they at least like would it have hurt to apply like some laws of physics, like just a little bit, just a little bit, you know? So, sorry, go ahead.
I think they probably were like, you know what, this would look fire for the opening sequence with the
Yeah,
Adele song going in the background. So
yeah,
fuck physics. And
it
you know what?
was.
In the as amazing as Adele is a singer, I too would forgo physics just for that shot. You know,
It
uh,
was a wonderful shot, but I was just like,
yeah.
ooh, that's a long fall off a moving
No, that was a
train,
long ass fall, bro.
you know. So
um, you know, it's crazy that I was watching an interview with Daniel Craig, and he said that opening sequence, like the 7 minute sequence with like the 3D and all that
yeah,
shit. He said it took 3 months for them to shoot it, and his part in it took a month to shoot, which is crazy. So he probably was doing shit in a big ass tank for like 3 weeks at a time, which is pretty interesting. Um, I also wanted to say one thing I like about this movie is that when we think of James Bond, you think about like a cool, smooth, suave dude, which he is in this
yeah,
movie. But I like that it's also they in very subtle ways. We talk a lot about great exposition, you know,
yeah,
showing without telling. And this movie does a great job of doing that, where showing bits and pieces of his childhood and his trauma and kind of
yeah,
why he is the way he is, and a lot into his psyche. So I'm a big fan of stories. We all love movies for the stories, but movies that stick or that entertain us the most are the ones where you have great characters also. And I think he's a really cool character,
yeah.
especially from like the perspective of like masculinity or what a man should be, because he's kind of steely, but he still is witty and funny and charming while also being, you know, kind and respectful to others, which I think is pretty cool to see.
Well, I think the biggest example of showing not telling is this is my first James Bond movie ever, and I can tell that this was the movie that like was showing him aging. Whereas like I imagine
Right,
in
right,
previous
right.
movies he was just indestructible, but like this
Yeah.
movie kind of showed the aging without beating you over the head with the aging. So I agree.
Yeah, that's actually really you're right. That's a really good point. I was thinking the same thing in the scene where he's doing the try not tryouts, the evaluation, the psyche val and
Yeah,
the physical test and all that stuff because it's like that Jeff Van Gundy quote about he's like the hardest thing to do is coach an aging superstar because they're the last to know that they're aging, you know.
yeah.
They still think they're 25 when they're 32 and you know that can cause sort of problems which Bond does have in this movie. But his one saving grace is Judi Dench, who plays the character, how she kind of is sort of his maternal figure throughout this world.
So Judi Dench is the mom. Who's the mixed lady? What was her name?
Um, the that was driving the
The
Jeep
only person of
around
color in the
about
damn movie.
yeah, yeah. Well, you said mix. That threw me off. Yeah, yeah. Naomi Harris. She plays
Okay.
Eve Moneypenny. She's kind of
Okay.
like his sort of sidekick, so to speak.
Okay. And
Um,
then who is the Jennifer Lawrence look-alike? What was her character's?
Jennifer Lawrence look alike.
The white girl in the middle of the movie.
Oh yeah. Like the femme fatale, like the kind of the
Yeah,
interesting
yeah, yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name was. I don't know that they even gave her a name, to be honest.
Okay, fair
Um,
enough. Because I thought up and I had to Google it. I thought that was Jennifer Lawrence. But
oh
anyways,
no,
I
no, no.
finished your thought. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So one thing I like that was really dope that was displayed right away and it kind of pops up throughout the movie is the dynamic between Bond being very loyal and
Yeah,
M being very like kind of stone-hearted a little bit. Like she's very cold-blooded in her approach, where she's all about the mission, whereas Bond can tend to get emotional. Where she's like, where you know where Eve Moneypenny, she's got the sniper, and she's like, I don't have a good shot, and
yeah,
she's like, just take the damn
yeah.
shot. Like this is about the mission. Fuck Bond.
Fair enough. But there's only one Bond.
True, true. There's only one Bond. Yes. And I think what's always fun about this movie to me is like it's just straight smoke right away. Like
Yeah,
you just jump in and there's a mission. There's no like, oh, we're gonna walk through the office and here's your mission, like the
it gets
standard.
there.
Yeah, fair.
It gets
But at least it's
there.
not in the beginning.
Correct. It does like the beginning. That was actually I felt a little bait and switched actually because the beginning is action packed. And I was expecting this was like Fast and the Furious British, but it was not that. It was like, yeah. So, did you have anything else for Act One?
Yeah, so I want to ask you, how would you have handled that position if you were the sniper and your
You gotta
partner
take the shot.
basically is
You gotta take the shot. Yeah, I mean, the mission is what is important.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even recall what the mission was specifically. But it was
Hmm.
important. And James Bond, he knows like you don't take this job unless the risk that
The
involved
risks.
with it. And you have to take that shot for
Yeah,
sure. You can't lose the mission because you don't want to lose the man. Not in that circumstance because that's what the job entailed.
right.
So I would have
True.
taken a shot for sure.
I feel you. And also, I will say she did. It was what we call in sports like a good miss.
Yeah,
Like she didn't aim for a headshot for the dude because if she
yeah,
had aimed for the headshot, Bond would have been out of here.
yeah,
So she went. I think she went for the through the shoulder shot. Like they tell you, like I think a lot of police officers are taught to kind of do that. If you have someone, if they have someone like holding hostage, shoot through the shoulder to try to get the guy behind them.
yeah.
So I think that's what she was. I'm assuming that's what she was trying to do.
Um, I think she just was a bad shot. Like, it was like, I love how they're just like everyone has like a million grip strength because like he's just like hanging
Yeah.
off of a train. It's just like, yeah, it
And his
was
and his tuxes are always like pristine. They're never ripped or
no,
anything.
no, like that's man. Shout out to his Taylor.
Nah, for real.
Does he get the martini in this movie? I know James Bond likes him. Like that's part of the character,
Yeah,
right?
he gets one martini um in the casino
Okay,
when he's in China, right before he
okay, I
just
got you,
falls into the
got you.
pit with the Komodo dragons.
Oh, okay, I got you, I got you, I got you.
But he'd already so this was his third time playing Bond.
Yeah,
So in the first one he did order martini with like very specific instructions. Did he say shaken not stirred? I can't remember, but I think it was like obviously it was a nod to
yeah,
the
the
shaken not
classic
stirred line.
character.
Correct. Yeah.
You want to go to Act Two?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, Act Two, we're gonna call the pursuit. Bond's investigation leads him to Raul Silva. I'm mispronouncing the fuck out of that. Bond's investigation leads him to Raul Silva, revealing the villain's connection to M's past. I alluded to this in the previous section, but man, this act had a lot of walking and talking. Uh, it was a lot. I'm like, hey man, we can move the plot along. That
Yeah.
was actually was my chief complaint about the movie, is it
Mhm.
just kind of it had Fast and the Furious syndrome, and that you just forget what it's actually about. Like there's like like I was reading like there's like a hard drive missing, and like I
Yeah.
just like I don't even recall any of that. It was just action sequence, walk talk, action sequence, walk talk, which is what you expect out of an action movie. This is not,
Right.
Goodfellas writing, but I just was just like, man,
For sure.
I forgot what this movie was about, and I watched it. I watched it intently. So, anyways,
Um. So I guess you want to start with like where he's at, where he gets to China, or what happens like right before he goes to China.
wherever you want to take it, man, it's fine with me.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll start from okay. So it's discovered that he did survive the fall through the waterfall and the gunshot in the shoulder. He's basically hiding out on some island,
yeah,
just
with a
chilling with
baddie.
chilling with a baddie,
Yeah,
and
as one
he's getting
does.
faded as one does on the beach, and he gets faded. He's getting faded every night. He's doing the shot with the scorpion on his wrist, which is fucking crazy. Um, and then he sees on the news that the terrorist who has not revealed himself yet blew up MI6, which is basically like Britain's version of like the Pentagon, essentially. Killing I think what 6 or 7 agents.
Yeah,
So he goes back to London, talks to M, and basically just like, hey, what the fuck? And she's like, you knew the risks when you took you knew the game you were playing when you were playing it. You were the best at it, so I don't know why you're confused about the rules here. Um, then of course he tries to do the testing to get prove that he's fit to go back in the field, which he's really not, but she kind of lets him do it as a placebo effect, I guess, to give him some false confidence.
and they just
Which
needed
is
the
freaking dangerous.
bodies.
Which yeah, you just need to buy something because
Yeah.
it's dangerous as fuck. Like, dude is clearly an alcoholic. His shoulder's not healed yet.
It's also just like a
But you got to
failed
do
of
what you got to
government that
do.
there's like one competent person in the country who can like do these things. You might want to train a
Right.
backup, but it's a
Yeah,
movie.
you think there'd be like a class of 007s,
You would
like
think.
10, like at
You would
least
think. It
like 10
reminds
of
me of
them or something like
24.
that.
They kept calling Jack Bauer out of retirement, and it's like, does the government not have anyone else
Not
like
have
can like fight
anyone.
terrorists? There's a whole bunch of that in the movie where I'm just like, man, this is a movie. My favorite thing is like
Yeah.
there'd be like a chase, and
Hmm.
then they would be shooting at each other in the chase. And then one guy, whether it was a good guy or the bad guy, would corner the other person, and then they would
Yeah.
inexplicably stop shooting to talk, which would give the other person just enough time to come up with a scheme to
To
get
shoot
out of
them.
it. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is you were just opening fire in a crowd of people, and you have them alone, and you're like, let's talk.
Right.
Here's your
Maybe that's
monologue.
some
Go
like
for it.
maybe that's like some of that like British charm they talk about. I don't know. That shit
Yeah,
was crazy.
I was just like, okay, why don't you keep shooting this person? So he gets to the was it Mackay, something like that.
Yeah, I think so,
Um,
Makai, I want to say.
and then he like there's the one bad guy, and why did he let them shoot the person, and then they fight, and then he kills them, right? The bad
When they're in
guy's a
like the
sniper.
desert.
No,
Oh, oh,
um,
oh.
so they're in
Oh, in
the
China in
buildings,
the
correct,
white buildings. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
correct.
Okay,
I
yeah.
forget the
Yeah,
city. He
right.
lets him shoot him, and then he fights
Yeah,
him and
which I
kills
thought was
him.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then asks him where's the hard drive or where's the list? Well, the hard drive with the list, I guess I should say. Yeah, I didn't get I don't know why I don't know if he like froze, if that was like PTSD or what that was with him just like watching him shoot a
That's
dude
my
from across
point. No one knows
the
what's going on
street.
in this
Like
movie.
it's just I was just like, you just gonna let him pop my man in the head while he's trying to look at
So
some
many
art?
actions are inexplicable. It's just like we need to get the hard drive because it's a hard drive, and like we're gonna run around this world to get this hard drive. And okay, all right, sure.
Well,
Let's go.
so
Let's
the
blow
hard
some
drive
things up.
basically, so the hard drive was basically Epstein's list, but
Okay,
except for like with U.S. with not U.S. with British agents, MI6 agents essentially.
okay,
So they're all undercover across the world. So if it gets exposed, they're dead
okay.
basically. Yeah,
Fair
they didn't
enough.
explain it incredibly eloquently, but yeah, I've seen this movie many times, so
Yeah,
it's kind of easy for me to track it. Yeah, and then he lets the guy die, or the guy dies, and then he finds the chip with the dragon on it in
yeah.
the suitcase,
Gotcha.
and then he goes to that Chinese casino, I guess
Yeah,
it
just
was.
teleporting all over the world.
Yeah, just
How's he
teleported
getting
all over
from
the
these
world.
places? Like, is he just does he fly commercial? Because that's a long ass flight. Just MI6
I,
apparently has a teleportation
yeah,
device.
either that or private, or maybe he can fly himself. They never, I don't think they've ever shown James Bond flying a
He's
plane though.
teleporting, man. He's just
I have to
going
Google that.
from
Yeah, he's
Istanbul to Brazil to China. They're all next
yeah.
door to each other. You know,
So he's
there's no
actually a
oceans in this
superhero,
world. Um,
unless he's on a yacht with a beautiful woman.
yeah, because overnight he's getting these places the next day.
Yeah, so he
Um,
goes to the casino. He meets the girl who was across the hall, across the street in the skyscraper where the dude just got blasted.
yeah,
He has a sexy, flirty conversation with her. He
this is the
realizes that
femme fatale.
she's correct,
Yeah,
stunning lady, and he
yeah.
realizes that she's actually not being protected by these guys. She's actually being held hostage by these guys, and is some sort of, I think he said she was some sort of like sex worker or something of that nature.
Makes sense.
Um, and she's like, "Yeah, so you're actually about to die right now." And then he just
I'm
runs
James
the
Bond. I
fade with
don't
like,
die.
right, I don't die. So he just runs the fade with like eight dudes over a
Yeah.
bridge, kills them all.
Dude steals his gun, tries to shoot him, but it's like mapped to his hand, so he couldn't shoot
Yeah,
him.
it's got the like it's got the the DNA thing or whatever that only he
The
can pull the trigger, and
forensic
so
da
he
da da
gets
da da, and then the Komodo
yeah
dragons, which is bad CGI, just like eat somebody,
yeah
and
just eats
then
him,
yeah, and then he just
and
gets
then
out
he
of that.
jumps on the and gets out of that,
Someone points a gun at him, and then Money Penny or whatever like smacks him with the
knocks him
suitcase.
out.
Yeah, that was I like that
Yep,
one. That was cool.
she saved his life. Yeah,
Yeah,
which she did owe him that because she almost killed him. And then oh, he goes on the boat, the boat with the girl. They hook up in the shower,
yeah,
and then the next day he's got the little radio transmitter thing. He turns it on to signal to MI6 that he's basically on the way to the terrorist lair.
yeah.
Um, they get caught, and then the guy's trying to make him shoot her in the head with the shot glass on her skull or on
Correct.
top of her head.
This is where we
Um,
meet Javier Bardem.
correct.
Yeah,
Who's simply freaky and terrifying as fuck in this movie.
generic
Uh,
bad guy number. Generic bad guy.
number a
Yeah,
million for him.
yeah, pretty much.
He's really great at playing creepy villains.
That's my biggest problem with the movie. Is just like I felt like I was watching James Bond and a bunch of NPCs. Like it was like no one else. Like I learned nothing else about anyone else in this movie, which I guess is how these movies work. But anyways,
Yeah, pretty
carry on.
much. because everyone's transient, such a transient, and everything's
Yeah.
so transactional. There's really no, I guess, room for that
Yeah. In a two
in
and a
that
half hour
world.
movie. Uh, there's no room to develop not one other character in this 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's like M and Q and Moneypenny, pretty much. They only really get lines aside from James Bond in this movie.
They only get four.
And
Anyways,
and uh and Ray Fiennes, one of the best actors of our time, playing the guy who was trying to get lay off Judi Dench, basically being like, "Hey, you're old. We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
retire you.
I got you.
We're gonna give you some
I do
time to."
remember that. He did have some lines.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're in the villain's lair, and James basically we realize he's pretending that he couldn't shoot,
Yeah.
and after Javier Bardem kills his little hookup thing, uh, and he takes everybody else out, and they have all the choppers come in. You're surrounded. He lets them know, yeah, we got you, and they take him back to London, of course, which is according to everything's going according to the villain's plan, which
Yeah.
to me
Of
is
course.
like,
Movie trope.
why did y'all yeah, like why did y'all not stop to think like, yeah, that was awfully easy.
Yeah.
Like
Biggest movie
they
trope in the
never
world. You
stopped to think.
capture the villain, but there's an hour left in the movie. Gee, I wonder if he's going to escape. Uh,
Right.
it's like, I wonder if this was part of his plan the whole time to get caught.
Right.
You fell right into his
Do you
trap.
think he
Yeah.
knew?
No, I'm just
Right.
waiting on the
So
credits to roll. Movie over.
so
Not,
then
but
right. So then they have him back in custody. And of course he does his villain monologue with I this is why I am this way.
yeah,
And him telling him basically, yeah, this is get back because you got me almost killed when I was in China.
yeah.
And he reveals that he tried to bite a cyanide pill to kill himself, except he didn't die and takes out all his teeth and his face is disgusting.
That I did enjoy that reveal. That was something interesting. But
That shit was nuts.
another movie trope. Oh, you in a mission prior, I almost died, and this is my revenge. And
Yep.
what kills me about this stuff is that like you would see it in 24. Like there was one season where like the same thing, like the government left the student to die, and it's like I understand why you would be intrinsically motivated to carry out this mission, but why are all these
Right.
henchmen listening to you? Like
That's a good point. That's a good point.
like and that's and like
Yeah, so he kind of reveals his whole thing about why I did what I did. They're like, "Oh yeah, we got him. Woo!" And of course, only the later the events happened where he basically he blew up the MI6 building because he knew that they'd have to move to the bunker beneath the subways. And then he planned to blow up the
yeah.
subway exit so he could get out and set himself free with the help of his loyal henchmen. We don't know why they're loyal to him, but
How much could he possibly be paying them that would make it worth destroying the universe and never being able to live in any country again?
right.
Anyways,
And so Bond chases him through the tube. He loses him, and then while this happening simultaneously, they're doing the hearing with M and I guess the board of MI6 or whoever holds MI6 accountable for their fuck ups, which they've been doing a lot lately.
really inopportune time to be holding this hearing with like, a bad guy on the loose bombing the place. But
Right. Yeah, like the day after you catch the
yeah.
guy, you're just gonna like have a hearing and leave the whole
Also, he's
place
escaped.
unattended.
Anyone want to be like, hey, he's on the run. Can we like reschedule?
Yeah, can we stop this? Like, no one thought to call anybody.
Like, how's your teams looking next week? What's your calendar looking like? We
Yeah,
can
man. Let's go and
feel
postpone
like we
this.
have some higher priority things to deal with. Anyways,
I've had work meetings postponed for less.
yeah, you think the guy who
I mean, I'm
bombed the building
assuming.
just escaped. We're going to talk about the bombing now.
Yeah, we'll talk. Right. I think what happened was because the guy next to him was like, "Psst, yo," and he showed her his phone or whatever. So I think somebody did tell her, but I think because they were getting shitted on by the lady who was running the meeting, they didn't want to be like, "Oh, whoopsie, we made another mistake."
Is this the part
That's
where
probably going to
like
cost the world.
the world's worst shootout ensues in the courtroom or in the meeting room or wherever they were doing that?
Yeah,
Where
where
like everyone is just like
everybody misses.
everyone misses and everyone like James Bond just like walks out and stands
Walks
still
through.
and just shoots. No one's ever aimed a gun or been to the gun range before. No one got shot and like 1,000
Yeah,
bullets
no one got
sprayed
shot,
and no one of consequence
pretty
got
much.
shot.
Yeah,
Anyways,
killed a couple security guards,
nameless faceless
Um,
NPCs,
yeah, Mallory got hit in his arm, but he was still okay.
mosquito
Um,
bites.
yeah, by the way,
I
you know that's Voldemort? That's the dude that played
did not.
Voldemort.
I know who
Yeah,
Voldemort is from Harry Potter, but I did not know that was him.
yeah. And then the lady who's running the hearing, that's the lady who plays Malfoy's mom, in the movies. So it's basically like a lot of like British royalty in the movie. Of course, James Judy Dench, legend. Um, Let me see what else. Okay, so they're doing the shootout, and he gets away because that's what bad guys do. And Bond and takes M with his secret Aston Martin, and then they drive out to Scotland to kind of hold up
Teleport
for
to
a little bit.
Scotland.
Then they teleport to Scotland. By the way, I gotta Google that because how long is the drive from London to
I
Scotland?
actually
That's got
don't
to be
think
a
it's
long
that
ass
far.
drive.
We could just throw it in here. Drive,
Let's see.
length of drive
It's
from
9 hours.
London. Yeah. So, you know,
9 hours.
in the
Yeah,
same
so
suit. No one
you know.
showers in any of those scenes. Like they're just running around, same suit. No one. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm being a little nitpicky. They're not gonna stop and watch them shower.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be movie shit. Plus, it's an action movie. Like it's not supposed to all be.
But the teleporting
Uh,
really, I was like, damn, how many? They were just in China.
so yeah, so that's kind of a trademark of the Daniel Craig Bond movies. Is like there's like several locations. They just kind of and they just pop around very quickly, in
If we're
these
getting to the
locations.
house, that's about Act Three, right?
Yeah, that's Act Three.
So we should go with Act Three, the confrontation at Skyfall. Bond takes M to his childhood. The confrontation at Skyfall. Bond takes M to his childhood home in Scotland, Skyfall, to prepare for Silva's final assault. What is the logic in making yourself a sitting target for the bad guys in the house? Why do you do that?
So I actually thought that was a good strategy because one, I think they probably were thinking that was the place they would least be expected to go to. Um,
Okay, fair enough.
I think. Oh, also, well, and also because it was old, it was like old Scotland architecture, so there's probably no internet, no Wi-Fi. Pretty impossible. Pretty hard to would be hard to track them there. I think that was part of it, and I guess it was a place where they knew the land, they knew the territory, and they had to get out of uh, a populated area.
Okay, fair enough.
And they probably didn't have a lot of money and shit. I mean, I'm assuming, I guess.
Why is Bond so underarmed? Like, why does he have one pistol and he keeps like you're fighting
Yeah,
commandos? You want to get like a machine gun, some grenades. What is with the one
yeah,
pistol? I don't. That's not adequate arm. That's not adequate
uh,
firearm coverage for your
agreed,
missions.
agreed. I mean, are guns a big thing in England? I don't know.
I mean, he's somebody. Did somebody? The bad guys got
Yeah, true.
him.
That's fair.
I just wanted to say. I'm going to request Congress pass a law requiring all movies to submit a request if they want to be longer than 2 hours. And a panel has to approve them because there's no goddamn reason this movie need to be 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Um,
Yeah, it could have been like an hour 50, hour
this is a
55.
solid 90-minute movie. There's nothing wrong with an action movie having a thin plot. There's a problem when an action movie
Yeah.
tries to be 2.5 hours long with the thin plot. When you watch Olympus has fallen, London has fallen, whatever has
Mm,
fallen, 90 minutes, we know ain't a lot of pen to this paper. Let's just
yeah.
get in and get
There's no
out.
real lines there.
Like there's no problem with the Fast and the Furious. Like if you know your plot is thin, that's fine. It's an action movie. We're here for the explosions. But you can't have a 2.5 hour movie with a thin plot.
Fair. That's fair.
Anyways, 2 hours and 23 minutes actually.
Yeah,
Was
223.
counting. I was counting.
Yeah, but I well, also I think. Oh, well, also I think a big plot point between behind them going to Skyfall was, for them to find a way to kind of tell us a little bit more about who he is as a person.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they could have done that if they went to Egypt,
Did
or
they do that?
whatever.
Because I don't remember them doing a good job of that.
Well, Skyfall is the name of his family estate.
Okay, fair
We
enough.
see the grave where his parents are buried. The groundskeeper shows him the crawl space he like basically hid in as a child when his
I do
parents
remember
got
that.
killed for
Oh,
he's in there for
okay,
two
yeah.
days straight. I mean,
I guess for
obviously
me, it
that's
was like
traumatizing.
by this point in the movie, it was a day late and a
Hmm.
dollar short. Like
Got you, got you.
I've been with this character for 2 hours and now you're giving me his motivation. Like that just doesn't, you got to do
Fair.
that
That's fair.
earlier in the runtime. Um, so
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, so they get to the house
Um,
and he parks his car behind them. The bad guys show up. Bad guys run up and he like hits a button and the car starts shooting them. That was dope. I was into that.
yeah, that was fire. That was
Yeah,
cool.
was into that.
Um,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's funny. So I watched an interview. I was watching an interview with Daniel Craig, and he said that one thing that was really hard about uh creating this movie was that because it was a modern Bond, it was kind of
Yeah,
hard to do like new innovative shit with technology because everything's been
yeah,
it's like everything that like in the 60s and 70s that was fake is all now real. So it was like it's hard to make anything like fantastical
yeah.
with this movie in terms of like the gadgets and shit,
That's what they
which I thought
say.
made the car gun really cool.
The a lot of older like how you'd be English. How many 90s movies the plot would fall apart if people had cell phones? Like,
Right,
it's like,
right, like
and so that becomes like it's becoming harder and harder to write a spy thriller because when everyone has a
true.
ring camera, you putting on a wig is just not a
You
believable, like it just
right.
doesn't work. It's why
Yeah.
you see so many of these movies that become period pieces because you need the older
Hmm.
technology to make the plot work. Uh,
Correct. You can't have dramatic irony with social media.
correct.
Like if Romeo and Juliet exist today, like one of them would call them and be like, "Hey, don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
We're okay." Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Or
Like,
just like any movie, like Home Alone, like, hey, you
yeah.
left me. Movie over. Oh
Right.
shit,
Like
we
it,
left the kid. We're only 20 minutes from home. Let's just turn around and get
right.
the
Yeah.
kid.
Or like shit, like Othello.
Yeah,
Someone could just text Othello, "Hey, your friend's a snake, bro.
yeah,
He didn't fuck your girlfriend."
yeah, pretty much.
That's
Pretty
that's
much. That'd be
it.
funny
Plots
though.
over.
Home Alone, like, where's Kevin? Well, did you call him? Oh shit, he's home. All right,
Oh
well,
shit.
get Kevin an Uber
By the
to the
way,
airport.
yeah, so you didn't think to call the fucking house, bro? Or like have a
Well, the thing
that's
is,
scary.
like, the ubiquity of phones was just not what it is. So like you say,
True.
did you think to just call the house? When you left your house, there were no phones to access. Like you have to like
True.
you even at the airport, you couldn't just like find a phone. Like you'd have to go to a
Yeah.
restaurant and ask them to use their phone and then call him and he'd have to be around the phone because the phone isn't
Yeah.
mobile. So is he
I'm
gonna be
assuming they
next to
didn't
that
have
phone?
and did they have caller ID? I don't know.
Like
Um
they would like you call somebody, and if they didn't answer, that was it. Like you didn't hear from them for
yeah,
3 days,
like
and
like
it was no beef.
think
You
about how
just
many
they didn't
people
answer. They didn't know you
yeah,
called
like
because there was no tracking
true.
thing to say the missed call or
Like
whatever.
think about how many people probably like didn't end up together because like there was a smudge on the napkin with
Yeah,
the phone number that they wrote down,
yeah.
like a
I
seven
got a
with a
few of
seven with like a
those.
nine, something like that.
I got a few of those,
Uh,
man. I met a joint tonight. This was I had. I mean, I'm not so old. I didn't have cell phones, but like my first cell phone was I think I was a teenager, but I think I was
mhm.
17.
Yeah, same.
But like my phone broke. And this was before the T-Mobile would overnight you a phone, or you could go to the store and they link you up. It was like a 5 day wait. So I was outside and I met a chick and I just didn't have a way to get her number.
Yep.
And so, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Home Alone because to me the last act of the movie once they get to Skyfall is basically Home Alone on steroids.
I wrote that. I was like, this is the house from Home Alone. I did write that down. I
Like
was like, this is
literally, it's
fucking
just
the house from
like
Home Alone.
they're just
That's crazy.
setting
I
up
did
booby
write that down.
traps and shit with the where they put the nails in the lights and
No, right here, this
the
Home Alone
grenades
ass house.
the grenades in the floor
Yeah.
and all that other shit. Yeah, but it's funny where they're like in every like final standoff scene in every movie they put down like a bunch of guns on the table like, all right, here's the plan. But in Skyfall they're like, we got two shotguns and a knife.
Yeah. Against an army commandos, and the two people are old and immobile. That's the other problem with these movies is it's like there are no stakes because the good guys are basically invincible. And I had written that down before the old lady died, but I was just
Yeah.
like, the bad guys are just falling like flies, and the good guy like why are like and this isn't just particular to this movie, but these movies like only the good guys
Yeah.
have good aim. Um,
Right.
and it was like I was
Because
watching
that
this YouTube video of like it was either Marines or Navy SEAls, and they were like what is something people don't understand about like real combat versus what they think combat is. And the first thing he said was like, in real life combat, the bad guys can aim too. Like,
Right. They can really shoot
like
you.
they can really shoot you. You're not just like they don't have you don't have a life bar and like they shoot just as well as we shoot.
Yeah.
So it's like it's way, you would get shot too.
Right. Yeah, it's even like the one scene where M and the dude are like in the dark shooting at each other, but they're
Yeah.
10 feet away
Yeah.
and no
Oh my
one gets
God.
hit. Well, she got hit, but we didn't realize it.
Yeah.
But like he didn't get hit by her. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me. Like, I call these like impossible white man movies where like the dude is, shout out to Rodimus
Yeah.
Prime at the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. This is his idea. I don't want to steal it, but it's just like the movie
Okay.
where like this just is like this white guy who just has insane plot armor and he's just like outrunning
Yeah.
machine gun fire. And like, I say that
Pretty
to
much
say
every
like,
Sylvester Stallone movie,
correct.
Die Hard.
Yeah. Jared Butler,
Yeah,
Liam
Mel Gibson
Neeson.
before he became super or we knew he was super racist.
Yeah. It's just like those like, so it's like, separating my feelings about that genre of movie from this movie, like this is a good
Mhm.
movie within that context, but man, I rolled my eyes a lot at some of this shit. I was just like, oh my God. That train like falls down and he moves out the way, and like that's a train full of people
Oh
that
yeah,
nobody
yeah, yeah.
cares just
And
dies.
bust. By the way, he not even that. It was the fact that he busted open a door that had been closed for fuck like 100 years,
Yeah,
probably, or however long ago them subways were built,
yeah,
with his shoulder.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. No, like listen, as someone with a bum shoulder, I'm on the shelf, man. Give me a sling. It's a wrap. Woo, man, there was some tropes in this. I have one to end it, but I'll let you I just have one more trope to end the movie. So go ahead.
okay, so they're in the basically trip. Wow. Bond fights off a lot of the guys. He ends up in the ice water with the one dude. He chokes him out.
Yeah.
Comes out of the water, survives. And what's the guy? Silva. He has M slash Judy Dench like in a like his head is next to her head, and he's gonna do a murder suicide. And then Bond stabs him in the back. And that's I mean basically the end of the movie pretty much. But I wanted to ask
Mercilessly,
you,
mercilessly.
but I wanted to ask you, why do you think he was attempting to do the murder suicide
You're asking me to
as
ascribe
opposed to just killing her
motivations.
and living his life?
Um, it's tough to ascribe motivations to characters that weren't very fleshed out. But
Yeah.
why? Because the movie needed it. That's it. What's your answer for it?
Um, I mean, I thought about it. I was like, well, I mean, he was so obsessed with her. I think it became like killing her became his sole identity.
Yeah.
Like getting his revenge on her was like became his only purpose for life. And I think it was like some Thanos shit where like once I do this, I'm inevitable. Like I don't need to do anything else after this, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Uh, I mean, that's the only thing I
Uh,
could think of.
here's and all right. So I have one question for Act Three.
Okay.
Pet peeve, movie trope. Where are the police? Like like, anyone want to be like, hey, they blew up a building, the subway collapsed, they're
Yeah,
shooting up a house in Scotland. Might want to
and a
send this man
courtyard
some
and a court.
backup. Are there
Yeah,
no
they're shooting up
patrol police
court.
officers? Oh, the
Yeah,
courtroom
that's a good
scene,
question.
people died. Where are the police in this movie?
And there's no police. That's true. Yeah, they didn't really work MIA in this movie
No,
yet. I don't know. London, y'all got to get y'all police in check, man. This is not safe.
we have more than enough. We can borrow you some. What
Yeah,
do you rate
right.
the movie?
We got too many.
Yeah.
I'd give it. I mean, it's an action movie, so I graded it on a curve. I'd give it 3 stars. I enjoy watching it. Dope set pieces, beautiful locations. I mean, the part does get a little choppy, and they do lose the plot some.
Yeah.
But it's a fun action flick, so I give it 3 stars.
I give it three as well. It's fun. It was a fun action movie. I'd watch it again. It ran a little long, but I give it a three. It was a good action movie.
Yeah,
So.
that's fair. So I wanted to ask you, since this is part of a historic franchise, what are some of your favorite movie slash action franchises, or do you have any
Um,
favorite movie franchises?
hmm, I would say The the Has Fallen series with Gerard Butler. The first one, Olympus Has
Really? Okay.
Fallen. There's a invasion of the White House. The second one, London Has
Yeah, I
Fallen.
like that one.
They run up on the president in London, and the third one was bad. But I like those three. I like Taken before Liam Neeson got too old to play the characters. So the first and second were
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. First two
But
were
I would say
fire.
those two. How about you?
I'm a big fan of movie franchise. If we're just talking action, I'm gonna go. I'd go Daniel Craig's James Bond. I'd go Fast and Furious up until Paul Walker died. Rest in peace. I'd go Lethal Weapon, not counting the fifth one. Um, bad. I'm not gonna say both because I gotta choose between Bad Boys or Rush Hour.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Rush Hour.
forgot about Bad Boys. Give me Bad Boys 1 and 2, and then they got bad. But all right, thanks for listening. My name is Darius. D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. Jordan be writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, and subscribe. We are at Moviegoers Pod on all socials. That is Moviegoers PD on Twitter. That is PD on Twitter.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email at moviegoerspod@gmail.com. That's moviegoerspod@gmail.com. Check us out next week. We're going to be reviewing Her by Spike Jonze. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us.